Then there's another guy inside with a sword.
Right.
Just in case.
He stands on the inside, yeah. He knocks when someone comes in and he answers the door on the inside to let people know, and then he takes it from there and it just goes around the lodge.
Brilliant.
But this is basically the lodge.
Brilliant. So you're going to explain it to us and tell us all about it?
Well, your master, that's where the master of the lodge sits. It's like a series of offices, and everybody progresses. The longer you're in, the further round you get.
Yeah.
So you start off as a steward and work your way through the offices, and then you end up as master of the lodge in that chair. The two next ones are what they call the senior warden and the junior warden. They're the two next main ones.
Right.
And then you've got deacons that sit there and there. They're the ones that sort of show candidates around when we're doing our inner workings and such. Okay. And then we have a DC and an ADC who run the show basically. They're the ones that actually make sure everything works as it should. And
you're doing the right things and
saying
saying
the
the
right
right
stuff
stuff,
at the right time.
moving where you should move and doing what you shouldn't be doing.
But in general, our meetings are like any other committee meeting. There's an agenda with a list of jobs on there, but in that list at one point there will be a what we would probably call it a play or a drama, where then we go into a different mode where we do enact different things, and we learn we learn passages of words and that, and recite them as we go around. Each job has a different set of workings you have to work to.
Right.
I
So
mean,
you have to start at the beginning. You've got to work your way through all of the.
You start from there, and you work through to the door, and you start from the inner guard, the junior, the senior, then you move on to the junior wardens, and eventually you make your way to the master of the lodge, which is up there, which is what everybody wants to do at the end of the day.
And how long does that normally, on average, take?
It's taken me 10 years.
Right.
Which is probably about average.
Right. Okay.
Which is probably about right for me, but about 10 years.
Yeah.
But I say you work your way through, and you learn your different passages, and and you recite from memory stuff, and it's
Sure.
it's really good. Yeah. But like I say, it's a bit like it's a play in it.
It is a
like
play,
you say, we all have our jobs. Every job's different, but when they're all put together, it works.
It works really. Yeah.
In reality, there's probably 3 or 4. There's probably about 4 different plays, depending on what we're doing and what stage of candidates coming in and everything like that. So there's no great secret to it, and it's. But the point of it is, if you've got a candidate coming in, you don't want him to know what's going to happen to him, because it would spoil it. He's not going to get the full benefit of the drama from it, is it? So,
yeah.
But whenever anybody new comes in, all they've got, well, normally they're all told, whatever happens to you on that evening, everybody in that room has done that.
Yes. Right.
So nobody's sat there laughing at you doing something. Everybody's done exactly what you're doing. So it's all about.
It never changes.
No.
Never.
No.
It's exactly the same
Yeah.
every time. From a guy that's been in the lodge for 25, 30 years to a guy who's just joined, it's exactly the same. He goes through exactly the same thing.
So the Grand Master, obviously, when he's done his term,
Yes.
what happens to him then after
He
that?
then becomes an immediate past master. He's then the one that looks after the master when he's doing his work, and it helps him get through his work.
If he has a problem when he's stuck,
Yeah.
he can look down to him, get a prompt, and then it helps him along.
Yeah.
So, it all works.
Yeah. And then eventually you'll move off and you might do other work on the floor, things like that. So you can be as involved as much as you want or as little as you want, but it's about, really the thing is taking part.
Yeah.
And then it creates
It's a good atmosphere.
an atmosphere and a friendship.
Yeah.
And you tend to come through in groups of people, so you end up being really good friends.
Yeah.
And the other thing about it is you end up with, we're similar age, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we've got friends who are 75, 76, 77, 78, and probably some a bit younger. But age isn't the thing about it, it's about the friendship you get out of it, the camaraderie, I suppose.
Yeah. And I mean, this particular room, it's designed, is it based on the same thing for every lodge? Is it?
This was purpose built for masonry, and there's a new one. Obviously, you've been to the Skegness one. That was purpose built for that. But there are buildings that have been converted to. Well, there are lodges that meet in hotels where they take all the stuff in.
Right. Okay.
And set it all up for that meeting. So it can be quite impromptu in that respect, really.
Sure.
It can be done, but this was specifically built for it.
Right. Okay. I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, it's all set up. And
but this has got. It is a unique lodge. It's got a lot of history.
Right.
Variations that are different to some places, other places in the county and in the country completely.
Because you've got 2 lodges here.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, there's actually 5 lodges meet here, but there's 2 what they call craft lodges,
Right.
which is your first point of entry into masonry. Then there's a chapter lodge, and there's also 2 they're daylight. They meet in the day, but there's a mark and an art, which are like offshoots of masonry again that you can get involved with if you want to.
Right.
And again, that's down to the individual whether you want to just do one thing, do 2 or 3 things. There's people that are in 1 lodge. There's people that are in 20 lodges. So
Right.
it's entirely what time you can give to it and what you're getting out, I suppose.
But each of those lodges meet separately in this
Yes,
room.
yeah, and they're totally individual to themselves and how they work, but they're all in the same building. And that's how, in a way, the building maintains itself and runs itself.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, if you get a guest that comes, can they come into this room? If
Yeah,
you're visiting
visiting
Masons?
brethren. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a big thing in masonry. Is about inviting people to you and they invite you back.
Right,
That's how we sort of integrate, really.
right.
So we go to Skegness, Louth, we go all over. I went out to, just before the summer, I went out to Norfolk, to one in Norfolk. So, and then they'll come back to see you. So it's a very good way of meeting people and getting a wider idea of masonry as well.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And the carpet, I mean, the carpet's obviously unusual. Is
Yeah.
it the reason for it being this way?
It's the black and white, the good and bad, I suppose, really.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be the way I'd probably describe it.
Yeah. That's fantastic, isn't it? And I mean, obviously, we were talking downstairs about, some of the fittings in here, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's
Really?
to say
Yeah, I mean, this is
there's a lot of history in here.
Yeah.
A lot of history.
a lot of our is very old, probably. What we were saying earlier, weren't we? From late 17th.
Yeah, most of the stuff here was used in and around Birmingham in the late 1700s.
Right.
The chairs, the big chair up there, the 2 globes, but everything that looks old probably is really old.
Yeah. And I think that's nice, isn't it? Because it's carrying history.
Yeah,
through, and like I say, and so it's great that these things, these ceremonies, or whatever they might be, they're not changing.
No,
No.
very
That's
traditional.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so you're always obviously trying to encourage new members.
Yes. Yeah.
How does somebody become a Mason?
It used to be mainly by invitation,
Right.
and which to a degree probably still is. We're trying to open up, but anybody that wants to be, if they apply, they can, and they'll go through an interview process, and then they can, basically, if they fit the criteria, come in. As long as there's just little bits and pieces, but nothing complicated about it.
No. And the age limits?
No, well, 21 years, I'll do 21 years, yeah. Well, how can you play guitar at all?
It was always going so well, wasn't it?
Anybody over the age of 21?
Trust you would be 18. Actually,
Is it?
There's a university entry scheme that enables 18 years. I mean, it used to be 21, but it's 18.
Yeah.
I don't remember rightly, at Skegness, there was somebody who's gone at 60. I think.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
No, I doubt it, yeah.
And it's something about
Yeah.
the master brings or something in.
Yeah, the Master's brought, I know the Master did bring us up, I know he is over 21, definitely.
Oh, right,
Yeah, I mean, they did bring that in Lincoln, didn't they? It's St Hughes, I think, where they're bringing a lot of
The university's entry scheme is a
Yeah.
sort of nationwide initiative
Yeah.
to get younger blood into the system. Because a lot of people join quite late or later in life because
it fits.
Yeah.
they work with people or their personal circumstances change. Other people, like me, for example, my father was a Freemason, so I became a Freemason when I was 23.
Right.
That's the other
Yeah.
sort of route in frequently. So you get quite a big range of ages.
Sure. But do you still get the same level? Because I was talking to Alan downstairs, and I started talking to him about obviously bringing younger blood into it and everything else like that. But of course, society's changed so much, isn't it? And it's possibly more difficult for the younger people to perhaps understand the ceremonies and the history and everything that goes with it.
I think it is. I think the biggest problem we've got is modern times. I mean, even pubs struggle now.
Yeah.
Whereas 30, 40 years ago, a pub would be full any night of the week.
Yeah.
Now people go out for a meal and that's about it. You'll get the hardcore drinking, but there's not that many of those now.
No, exactly.
And it's a different world, isn't it? So, and masonry, I think all like round table, any clubs, things like that, they all struggle the same way.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot to do with the Lions, and we find that they're now struggling to get younger people.
Yeah.
So they're trying new initiatives and things like that to get people in. I mean, are you doing anything different in sort of, I don't mean obviously the ceremony, but anything else to try and encourage younger people in?
Well, I think you've got to be careful, because in a lot of ways, younger people probably haven't got the time. If you've got a young family now, it's working out for your own personal circumstances.
Sure.
What your commitments can be, what time you can commit to doing it.
Sure.
And it is very, I mean, obviously the university scheme was the big thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say in the main, you're probably looking at people, the majority of people that join it in the main are probably 40 plus, really.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean you can't join but that's, I would say that's
Yeah.
where the age is really going to be.
Where they maybe become a little more settled in life.
Well,
and
hopefully they've got a family that's a little bit older that they can.
Yeah.
So that is the big thing. It's not so much a commitment. Well, we meet once a month.
Right.
There may be a couple of rehearsals you've got to do,
Yeah.
and then if you get invited out, you could soon end up where you might go out once a week.
Yeah.
So if you can't commit that time to it, then you've got to just think how you do work in with your. And it's not just a thing where, for me, I think probably it's not just you.
Yeah.
It is your family, it is your wife, your partner, whatever. You can't just. They're going to be either at home on their own, or they're going to come in with you. We have ladies' nights, other social events that are related to masonry, which we're all involved with. So it's nice to involve them. If they're not going to be part of it, or not going to enjoy it, then again that can probably turn somebody who's gone into it trying to be.
Sure.
They can probably have a
put
problem.
pressure on them, can't it?
Yeah.
So I understand that. So, but no, I mean it's I mean we really appreciate the fact that letting us in and doing these things, so we can try and get it out there, and hopefully, remove any sort of myths about masonry, because it has unfortunately over many years had this sort of darker side, if you like. And it's just showing you that this just isn't the case, is it?
Well, it is. I mean, if we're not dressed like that, if you came in, we're just a group of ordinary blokes.
Yeah.
We're meeting up. We'll probably have a drink and have a laugh and do a bit of drama. It's like a drama club in a lot of ways, really.
Sure.
Yeah. But with a lot more tradition to it. That's the big thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But opening the doors is a big thing, because otherwise these are just buildings that sit in towns and everyone thinks what goes on there.
Yeah. And I think it's a great step forward for the Masons to actually be doing this and helping people to actually understand more.
Yeah.
And this, as I said, get rid of any fears that might be related to it, and things like that. So, no, I think it's absolutely brilliant. So well done.
Good.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That's quite all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.